Oh, my chair doesn't spin all the way around. Hang on. Boom! I still haven't got an intro song. I don't think it's going to happen, is it? By the end of this series, it's just not going to happen. Maybe one day I just need to find some royalty-free music that sounds very newsy that I can use without getting a copyright strike. Anyway, welcome to today's live stream. Hello, how's it going, guys? Hello, Ellie. Hello, Chris. Hi, Brandon. Hey, Ben Richards. Hello. How's it going? Hey, Gemma. How's it going? Welcome. It's Friday. Woo! It's Friday, my new favourite day of the week. I feel like I've got weekends back again now. I feel like a proper relax on the weekends. I don't know why, but I've got that Friday feeling big time. And you know what? It was Ollie White's birthday yesterday, so after this, we're off out to celebrate Ollie's birthday. I'm obviously not ready, so I need to go get ready after this. What else? And then it's just a relaxing weekend. I've got my drink ready. I've got sparkling water today. It's not even tea. I'm being healthy. I've started going to the gym again. Can you tell? I can hardly fit in my suit. Speaking of suits, I've changed scenery today. I've changed the other ones in the wash basically. I got too nervous about previous episodes of the Poop Scoop, so I sweated too much in it and it started to stink. I'm joking. I just don't know. I got more choice. I decided to go for the grey one. Believe it or not, fun fact for you: this grey blazer is the same one that I wore to my very first premiere, World War Z. And it's starting to feel a little bit too tight now. Who'd have thought it? Maybe I'm actually growing. One can only hope. Anyway, do you know what I've realised I've got to do before I start these live shows? I've got to go through beforehand. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, right? On an iPhone. If you're an iPhone user and you use Do Not Disturb, what does it do? Because when I put my phone on, not airplane mode, because obviously I couldn't do this otherwise, Do Not Disturb mode, I still get messages coming through on WhatsApp like every 2 seconds. So what's the point? Do you know what I mean? So I have to go through my WhatsApp chats now and just manually mute all the groups for 8 hours. And the thing is, then I forget that I've muted the group chats, and then everyone thinks oh, you're too big time now for WhatsApp groups. No, I've actually muted it because I'm trying to do my freaking live stream. You know, I'm never too big time for group chats. I bloody love a group chat. Who out of you guys use group chats? Let me know. I want to say. Press 1 if you love a good group chat. Press 2 if you don't know what I'm talking about. And we will determine who is cool and who is not. No, I'm joking. You're all cool to me. I love you all. Kirsty uses WhatsApp. Group chats. Can I say WhatsApp? I don't know if I can. Anyway. What do you want to say? Oh, most of you love a good group chat. What I want to know as well, though, is what sort of person are you in a group chat? You know, I feel like I'm the sort of person, right? I'm glued to group chats. I need to always be around group chats. It's like a big part of my life is the group chat. I feel like I feel like I get involved. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I do my bit. You know, you always have that one. Yeah, see, Diana. There's people. I don't like people like you, the observer, one who just doesn't say anything, just sits there and reads it all. You're all saying you're the boring ones. You're the annoying one. Yeah, I say I'm a quick replier and I'm the annoying one. The one who doesn't reply until the last minute, the quiet person, the fun ignored, the meme one. Yep, there's always a meme person. I'm the one that takes a photograph of someone. I've got really into it now. I take a picture of someone and I slightly edit their eyes too far apart or make their face a little bit different or shrink their head and post it back into the group and then do that slow zoom in to their faces. The dickhead, the one that starts beef. Yeah, I feel like I'm that one as well. Do you know what I am? I'm a bit of a, I'm not going to swear, I'm a bit of a poop stirrer. I like to rattle people and get people riled up, do you know what I mean? That's my job. That's what I'm good at. The needy one? What sort of group chat are you in? The chat box, the blunt. See, that's the thing, I love this because it reminds me of all my mates. Like, all my mates are you guys. Then there's a lot of meme people. Green tea. It's not green tea, it's sparkling water. I've got a tap in my kitchen that you twist once and it's like filtered water. You can twist it again and it's like, I call it hangover water. It's like slightly fizzy, but not enough to be fully fizzy, if that makes sense. And it's quite good for hangovers. And then I've got full on mix it with your vodka kind of proper proper fizzy water. Anyway, reason I'm doing this live show, of course, is I'm here for the next sort of 25 minutes to tell you about what's been going on. Well, I've been scouring through the news today to have a little look about what's going on, and I found some cool stories I want to share with you guys. The chat box. I feel like I'm a chat box. When I do my live streams, right, I've been watching a lot of streamers recently, mainly gamer streamers, and there's those times where they don't really say much, they just focus on the game. I swear, I've just got, when I do these live shows, I just have verbal diarrhea. Even though I'm still reading the comments, I'm still constantly talking. And then when I finished the live show, I remember when I did one once that was like an hour long, and I was like, or 40 minutes or whatever. And I was like, I've been sat here chatting to my phone for 40 minutes non-stop, like honestly without breathing. Like every now and then just taking a sip of water and that's it. Pretty hectic. What's that say? Hang on, I'm scrolling back up again now. I say that, I bet I've jinxed myself now. I'll be really quiet in this episode. Okay, cool. Let me get back to the start of the chat. What are we saying? Breathe. I'm going to just take time to breathe. Like I said, we still haven't got the intro. But I tell you what we have got. Remember in the last chat, in the last little talk we had, last live stream, I had stories, right? But I didn't have, the printer ink was knackered. Turns out the printer ink's still knackered, right? So I have got photographs, but we've upgraded, guys. We've upgraded the poop scoop. People are starting to take note of this live show. People are starting to like the fact that I'm bringing it's just not negative news, you know, it's fun news. So we've been upgraded. Look what we've got to share the news with. Boom, a freaking iPad. I found my iPad mini, I've been emptying boxes in my house, so I still haven't moved in properly yet. Ugh, but I'll talk about that another time because it's too stressful to even talk about. But I was going for an old box and I found this old boy from back in the day. This is and I looked on the photographs, there's so many photographs from when I lived. Like, not even lived with Casper, when Casper lived with Alfie. Look at this photograph of Alfie. I want you all to screen grab this. First of all, let's try and get these likes higher. Let's get these likes. If we get the likes on this to 6,000 likes, I will reveal this hilarious picture of Alfie from back in the day, like fetus Alfie. Let's smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 6,000 out of 6,200 of you, and I will reveal this picture of Alfie because it's the first picture I ever took on this iPad. Actually, it's not. There's quite a few pictures of Mila Kunis on here as well. If you get to 20,000, I'll show you these pictures of Mila Kunis, which you've probably already seen. So what will be the point of that? It's a picture of, oh my god, he looks like a giant elf. We're at 4.9 thousand thumbs up. If you're watching right now, hit that thumbs up button. I will reveal this picture of Alfie. Can I make my screen more bright? Actually, there's a load on here of Alfie. This is hilarious. Okay, 5.2. We're nearly there. Do I still like her? Do I still like Mila Kunis? Do you know what I do? But she's moved on now. I realised that it was just a pipe dream that was never going to happen between us. I did see her once in Soho House. I made a whole vlog about it because I was that excited. But I realised, she's married now. She's got kids. Or a kid, and I'm not a home wrecker, I can't come swoop into her life and be better than Ashton Kutcher because he's hilarious and he's a good looking fella, isn't he? I've got no hope. So I realised that dream's over. I'm being more realistic now, and I feel like it became my thing, almost part of who I was, and I was like, this is not right anymore, guys. I'm worried that one day she's gonna see stuff about me and how I'm thinking I'm really weird, Do I have any of Leon Bustin? I wish. If I did, it probably wouldn't be appropriate. We're at 5.7. We're so close to 6,000. If we get to 6,000, I'm going to show you this picture of Alpha Doys with some raucous clothes on and an iPad stuck in his pocket. 5.8. We're going to get there. Do you prefer Alfie or 5.9? We need 100 more thumbs up, and I'm going to show you. Are we going to get there? 3, 2, 1. Yo, we did it! And on the countdown as well. You guys are awesome. Nice one, guys. Fist bump. Well done. Here we go. Look at this picture I found on my iPad of Alfie when he was younger. Look at those shoes! They're bigger than my goals and aspirations in life, those shoes. And I think we both got iPad minis at the same time. I think they might have been given to us by someone. And he managed to fit the whole thing. He's I'm sure it's the same size as a good iPhone. And he managed to fit the whole thing into his pocket. But look at his bloody head. The size of his head. Anyway, screen grab that, tweet it to him, and be like, lol, get roasted, even though I didn't really roast him. Just say he's got big feet, which kind of counts, I don't know. How does it fit his pocket? I don't know, Charlotte. I honestly don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, Sarah, he put it in his pocket. Anyway, I'm just see if there's any more funny pictures on here. There's one, oh my god, there's one of Casper from back in the day. And you can tell he's just woken up as well. Look at that. When he went for that stage where all he used to wear was Hurley. Nice. Good old Casper. There's also, oh my god, there's so many funny things on here. Back in the day. I think this was the day that I moved into Margravine with Casper. That was the day I moved in with Casper. Back in the snapback days. Anyway, the reason why we're here, we're going to talk about... No, we're not going to go on... I was went on men's fitness by accident. I don't want to go on that. Right, let me find books. Where is it? iBooks. Hopefully it works. Okay, we got it. Okay, right. Let's go back to the start. First thing I want to talk about today that's been happening in the world, which I think all you guys should know about to make your Fridays that little bit better. Guys, this is actually quite serious news, and it's actually quite important news, so make sure you're listening very, very carefully. Ready? There's a horny panda on the loose. Yep, I said it. There's a horny panda on the loose, so watch out. Not just any old... I think that's a rare thing. How many pandas do you see that are that horny, like that ever horny? That's where they're that's where they're so endangered, because they don't want to have sex, you know? Fair play to them. Maybe just haven't got... Okay, right, whoa. Anyway, let me read this story because I found it hilarious. A 2-year-old red panda. Oh, it's a red panda. Is that different to a... Yeah, that's different to a normal panda, isn't it? Now all I've got in my head is that song by Designer. Panda, panda, panda. I got brought to Atlanta. Fanta. A 2-year-old red panda escaped from a zoo in Virginia this week. Careful how you say Virginia. Some people get it wrong. And zookeepers and experts think they know why. Right? This is why they think the panda's escaped, because she's horny. She wants it. She want that panda dick. She was last seen on Monday at 5 p.m. and is now believed to be out and about looking for some action. Smirky emoji. It's mating season for red pandas, so they can be quite agitated and hyperactive in their hunt for, well, yeah, you guessed it, other red pandas, or that panda D. So if you live in Norfolk, Virginia, I thought it meant Norfolk is in like the UK then. I was like, wait, what? Really? No, surely not. So say, we won't have much luck finding another red panda in Norfolk. Do you know what I mean? People are saying, where did I find this? I don't know. Apparently it's true. My sources have told me that this is true, okay? I'm just going with what I've been told. So if you live in Norfolk, Virginia, do be careful out on the streets, especially if you're wearing red. Don't go out wearing red. That could cause problems. You could create some sort of hybrid of human and panda. Speaking of hybrids of animals and humans, I've got another story coming out later on, which I think you'll be interested in if you like your hybrids. All 7,000 of you watching right now who love your hybrids of humans and animals, you're in for a real treat later on, because I've got another news story that you're going to like. Anyway, what do you think about that, guys? Are you scared? Are any of you actually from Virginia? If you are, make yourself known and be careful. And let me know if you've seen a horny panda out roaming the streets. I wonder what... Imagine like, I can imagine being like huge, like human size, walking the streets like, oh, I love. Like catcalling people from a scaffold with a hard hat on. Oh, I love. What are you doing later? No? Just me? Okay, cool. Next story. Right. If things can get even let's start that again, shall we? It's live, you know, things will go wrong. I can't speak properly. It's one of the things you've got to know about me. I'm rubbish at moving my mouth. Or am I? Weird. Anyway, next story that I want to talk about gets a little bit weirder. A 10-year-old hijacks parents' car. This is a real headline from the news. A 10-year-old in Ohio, of course, another American story. It's always in America. Like, these crazy things always happen in America. America, I love you, but you are one crazy country. Everything just happens there. I think it's because it's so big, I don't know. Come on, Australia, catch up. Anyway, a 10-year-old in Ohio was chilling out when he suddenly realised he fancied a Coca-Cola. Right? Annoyingly, he didn't live near any shops, so he hijacked his parents' car and drove 11 miles on his own to a nearby city to go shopping. Do you believe that? I'm not sure if I believe that. I'm not sure if I believe that. What do you guys think? I want to know. Thug life. Yes, exactly. Thug life. Yeah, 11 miles. I agree with Uma. I don't know. 11 miles, a 10-year-old driving a car. I know kids learn things really early nowadays, like how to use an iPad or how to reproduce. But I don't know if you could learn to use a car that quickly. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. But I want to know your thoughts. Police saw the car driving by without any headlights, so it was at night time as well. It must have been at night time. As if a 10-year-old could, 1, see over the steering wheel, and 2, reach the pedals as well. 3, drive 11 miles. 4, know where to go 11 miles away to get a Coca-Cola. Like, no, I don't think this is true. If it is, like, who's making up this news? Do you know what I mean? All for a Coke, exactly. Unless they misspelt Coke. No, let's not go there. Anyway, there was a quick police chase. Not a quick police chase, a quick police chase, where the kid got up to 70 miles an hour. Nah, sorry. I'm done. I don't believe this. Someone's having me on. Whoever's written this is having me on. 70 miles an hour police chase. Yeah, sure. But then eventually, the car hit a curb, and the police managed to get the lad out the car. Apparently that's real. I don't know. Everyone's saying fake. Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't think I believe it either, Mariam. Psycho child. I agree, Sam. Not true by Nicole. Yeah, we're all saying the same thing. It is unknown if the boy ever got his Coca-Cola. Interesting fact. Yeah, it's unknown. So we'll never know. After all that, a 70-mile-an-hour police chase, hitting a curb, bloody, I don't know, can't reach the pedals, all that kind of stuff. We will never find out if the 10-year-old from Ohio ever got his Coca-Cola. I really hope he did. After all that effort, I kind of hope he did. This is that kind of news story that Coca-Cola will track down the boy and then give him a lifetime supply of Coca-Cola just for like that making the news about him wanting a Coke that bad that he drove 70 miles an hour for 11 miles. Okay, here's a fun fact for you. Mathematicians out there, because I'm rubbish at maths. If he was going 70 miles an hour for 11 miles, what size feet has he got? No, I don't know. I was going to say like what distance was it? But that doesn't make sense. I don't know. My brain hurts. You know the question I'm trying to ask. What car was he driving? I don't know. So it's unknown if he got the Coca-Cola, but he was taken into custody and charged with fleeing from a law enforcement officer. Once again, I don't think that's true. I don't think. Can they actually charge you for running away from a law enforcement officer? Can they do that for a 10-year-old? Can they charge a 10-year-old with a crime? I don't know. I don't think they do. I think they maybe charge the parents for being reckless parents, but I don't know. I don't think that's true. At least wait till he's 14 to lock him up. Do you know what I mean? At least 14. Maybe 12. No? Okay, fair enough. Just me. Moving on. And the reason why the thumbnail is called this and the title of this video is called this: are your eyes dry? Right? Well, luckily, there's an 80-year-old woman who will lick them for you for a charge. Apparently that's true. What do you think? Have you heard about this story? If you have, let me know in the comments right now. Joe, you stole a tractor. I did steal a tractor. It wasn't a tractor. I stole a digger. Which actually, to be fair, I'm going to explain that story in more detail one day because we didn't give the full story of how that happened, okay? It wasn't my fault. We did steal a digger, but we put it back. Is it technically stealing? We did kind of break into it. Anyway, another time. I'm not a criminal. Don't come for me. Anyway, so yeah, Hava Celebic is her name, apparently, is an 80-year-old Bosnian woman who provides a service, and that service is licking your eyeballs for the small price of 10 euros. There's a Bosnian woman out there called Hava who will lick your eyeballs for 10 euros. I mean, I kind of now want to go to Bosnia. How great would that be for a vlog? Actually going to Bosnia, tracking this woman down, letting her lick my eyeballs for 10 euros. I'll give her 20 euros, 10 for each eye. I hope it's not. Is it 10 for each eye? I don't know. Should we find out? Let me know. Press 1 if you think I should literally, after this live show, book a flight to Bosnia and go and find this lady and get my eyeballs licked. I would like to point out it is eyeballs, not just balls. Okay, that costs a lot more. That's €100. If you want your balls licked, €100. That's what I've heard anyway. I haven't done it, but that's what I've heard. What do you think? Oh, you're all saying 1. No! Okay, say 2 if you think I should stay here and carry on this live show and be normal and not do it. Because I kind of want to do it though. I want to know what it's like. As long as she's like disease-free, you know? I kind of have... Oh, the thing is, I've got a picture as well. I've got a picture to show you of this. Okay, let's find out why she does it. So, Hava, our Bosnian 80-year-old, she claims her eyeball licking has cured 5,000 people and is also apparently she's the only person in the world who has a healing tongue. I beg to differ. Nah, mine's definitely not healing. Mine will give you tonsillitis. No, I'm joking. So the thing is, she's cured 5,000 people, but of what? Of what? What can you cure? Like licking of blindness? Or what do you mean? Sam says he's got a healing thumb, or has she got a healing thumb? I don't know. People are saying that's true. People are saying that's not true. People are saying that's my nan. I know her. She'll give you a discount. Oh, will she? Thanks. I mean, I will. Yeah, if you give me a discount, I will do it. She uses her tongue to remove bits of metal and wood that may have got caught in people's eyes. That classic situation, you know, you're building a tree house. Oh, for God's sake, I've got a massive piece of timber in my eye. I'm gonna have to go and see Hava in bloody Bosnia. It's gonna cost me, innit? €10. So dear. No chance. When do you ever get wood and metal in your eye? If anything, if you manage that to happen, you kind of deserve it. What are you doing in the first place? Be more careful. Wear glasses. That's why I wear these. I'm not mocking people that can't see. I like wearing them in case any metal or wood flies into my eyes. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, she sterilises her mouth with alcohol first. Cheeky. I bet she does that for the lols, doesn't she? I think I'll use Jägermeister today. Just glugs it. It's an excuse to drink, you know? I haven't got a problem. I promise, I haven't got a problem. It sterilises my mouth for licking these people's eyes. Trust me. Bullcrap, Hava. You just want an excuse to not say that you're an alcoholic, potentially. Anyway, when asked if... and then she just dives straight in with her tongue. When asked if her family will follow in her footsteps, Hava said, "Unfortunately, I cannot pass this to my descendants, because my children are too disgusted to put their tongue in someone's eye." Understandable. You know, her children, her descendants, they must just have that one thing that she hasn't got. Common sense, you know? Anyway, do you want to see a picture of this? I'm going to show you a picture right now of Hava, the 80-year-old Bosnian lady who has a magic tongue who will lick your eyeballs for €10. That is her in action. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's like some sort of weird adult content, you know? Katie's got chills. She's got chills. They're multiplying. Kinky. Kirsten Allen says it's kinky. Well, Kirsten, I may suggest that you head on over to Bosnia. Get your eyeballs licked. Next up. A small town in Ireland is flooded with calls from people trying to phone sex chat line Babe Station. Don't know if this is true or not. I've heard it is. If any of you are from this small village in Ireland, I want to hear more about it. Someone said, "Would I lick someone's eyeball for how much? £100? Yes, I would. If I could choose who it was, I would lick their eyeball, definitely. I think I have licked someone's eyeball in the past. When I'm drunk, I have a habit of licking people's faces. We'll come on to that another time. Anyway, moving on. So, a small rural town in Ireland called Westport. Anyone here from Westport? Shout out to Westport. If you're from Westport, say I. A-Y-E. That'd be great if anyone was, because I want to hear more about the story from someone who can tell me that it's true. So, a small rural town in Ireland, which if you don't know where Ireland is, you should do, but it's a it's an island off the coast of our landmass, you know, like England, Scotland, Wales, Great Britain, that kind of thing. It says Ireland, so I'm presuming it's not Northern Ireland. I'm not too sure. Anyway, small Irish town called Westport had to deal with a lot more horny men on the phone than usual after being flooded with calls for a sex chat line called Babe Station. Dun, dun, dun. I love how all the boys watching right now, their eyes have lit up. They're like, we're watching this boring live stream. What am I doing? I need to go and find something decent. Oh, what? Babe Station? Yeah, I'm listening now. What? What about Babe Station? Is it free now? What? Calm down. Put it away. Look, there's... I am wearing trousers. I'm wearing gym shorts. Westport and Bay Station both have phone numbers beginning with 098. And Irish callers are forgetting to add the UK dialing code. Or maybe it is Northern Ireland now, I'm not sure. So accidentally coming through to the lovely residents of Westport by accident. So Ireland's Broadcasting and Commissions people said they have no power of their own to change anything about this. So it looks like Westport's only going to get steamier and steamier. So people are trying to call each other in that village of Westport. People are trying to call each other, and they're getting through to Babe Station instead, because they have the same start of the number, and there's a new country code's been brought in or whatever. So they keep calling. Imagine little old Betty or little old, I don't know, let's say Betty. She's trying to call her husband Derek, right, on the landline. Or let's say her friend Derek, trying to call him on the landline. She gets through to Babe Station. Can you imagine the conversation? Imagine the conversation they're having. You're through to, I don't know, Candice. How can I help?
I'm trying to get through to Derek.
I think you got the wrong call. I'm trying to think of something I could say that's kind of not too risky. Say about being incredibly wet. I don't know.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah, raining for 3 days here in Westport. I couldn't get over it. My brolly's broken and everything.
Don't know why I'm not doing an Irish accent. I should be doing an Irish accent. Anyway, let's leave it at that. Let's put his knee away again. I keep doing that. I don't know why. Babe Station may want to think about changing their number anyway, just so their customers don't get through to lovely Daphne, who's just finished baking a fruitcake. Exactly. Next up, right? I think it's the penultimate. Is it penultimate? No, we've got 3 or 4 more. So a full-on show today. Sounds like my knee. Thank you. I grew it myself. There it is. $20 million is found stashed under a mattress. Now this is true because, well, I'm presuming it's true because I've seen it in papers and stuff, and I saw it on the news websites myself, right? So after tracking down people involved in a pyramid scheme, police raided a flat in Westboro, Massachusetts. Once again, America. And what they saw will shock you. There was 20 million actual dollars, right? Imagine what $20 million looks like. One can only dream. Anyway, I've got a picture of it right here as well, so I'll show you. They found 20 million actual dollars hidden under the mattress, which looks like this. So here you go, here's a picture. Can you see it? That's $20 million hidden. Is that a mattress or is that more of like a bed? I feel like that's more a bed. A mattress wouldn't have wooden slats in it, right? Mr. Krabs hid his money in his mattress. You're right, Erin. You are right, he did. And where is he now? Probably on a plate in some posh restaurant in Chelsea, you know? They cooked him. I can't say that. I was once in a SpongeBob movie. I think I might get told off if I say that. Anyway, moving on. Detectives believe the money belonged to 28-year-old. Oh, they've always got such hard names to pronounce. When am I going to have a news story with someone just called, like, Tom Davis, you know? Detectives believe the money belonged to 28-year-old Kleber Rene Rizero Rocha. That's actually quite a cool, borderline sexy name. Wish I was called that. Who's been charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering. Interesting. Anyway, imagine that. Imagine you buy a mattress from, like, I don't know, DFS. Heli Beds. And you get through, you sit on it and think, oh, do you know, this feels nice, but like I want to see what's inside of it. I feel like I've always wanted to know what's inside a mattress. You open it up and you find 20 million actual dollars inside your mattress. I'm worried now that a load of you are going to start like cutting open your mattresses to see if there's any money in there. Don't do that. I think it was like part of some money laundering scheme. They're probably all in on it. It's probably something really dodgy. I'm sure your mattresses are fine. You just got springs in there or memory foam or something like that, or just, I don't know, what goes into a mattress? Foam. I don't know. Don't try cut your mattresses, okay? There's one thing we've learned, don't cut open your mattress. Moving on. Seagull takes over supermarket and store has to be evacuated after it attacks customers. The funny thing is, this does not surprise me, this news story. I'm going to say this is true, and there's a picture to actually prove it, so it is true. Funny enough, there was not a picture for the 10-year-old speeding at 70 miles an hour trying to get a Coca-Cola. Interesting. Moving on. A Tesco in Cornwall. Shout out to Cornwall. Anyone watching from Cornwall? Ow, bang my knee. Anyone here from Cornwall? No? Someone said, nah, I hate birds. Lauren's, she's tuning out. Like, nah, I've had enough of this. I can't handle seagulls, let alone birds. Yes, Holly's from Cornwall, and Charlie. And, oh my God, a lot of you. Thomas is from Cornwall. Anyway, excuse me. A A Tesco in Cornwall had to be evacuated after a brave, angry, and grumpy seagull flew into the aisles and took over the shop. Doesn't surprise me, especially in Cornwall. There's a lot of seagulls in Cornwall, and I'm telling you now, Cornish seagulls are lethal. I went to St Ives once, and a place called Mousehole, and there's some very, very good fish and chip shops in Cornwall, as you can imagine, right? Big fishing community down there, that kind of thing. Ali said seagulls are arseholes. I agree, they are, and I'll tell you why. Had some chips. Seagull saw me and thought, right, this kid, he's clearly an easy target. Because let's be honest, I'm tiny now. Imagine me back when I was like 12. I was minute. Seagull, bigger than me, swooped down, just took away my whole chips out of my hand. I just walked out the shop. Boom! Out of nowhere, smashed them. Took them away. Never saw them again. Had to go and buy some more. Yeah, so seagulls are arseholes. One thing I've learned from this, seagulls, they have no care for you. Do you know what I mean? Don't make great pets. If you're thinking of getting a pet, don't get a seagull. It will not love you. It's kind of like, I feel like, you know how people argue and say, oh, cats aren't great pets because they only like you because you feed them. You could say the same with dogs. Like, they only like you because you feed them and they don't like affection. They want food and that's it, and they go off and do their own thing. Whereas dogs actually like affection, I don't know. Not my words, people have said that, argued that. Seagulls are seagulls I like that. They're a more escalated version of cats. All they care about is food and nests and the seaside. They do not care about anything else. Anyway, the bird can be seen here acting like Tesco royalty. Look at this. Oop, I did knock my phone off the thing. See him? There he is. Sandra the seagull. She is ruthless. Moving on. It flew straight into the shop at 8:30 p.m. Almost closing time, could be. Directly into a customer's face, and then it perched up on a pet food aisle. See? It's trying to send a message out to cats out there saying this is how you really do it, cats, alright? You sit on the food, you just wait for it. Sorry, this knee keeps making an appearance, I'm so sorry. Staff evacuated the shop after the bird began an aggressive assault on human beings. A worker in the shop said, I was unaware of its presence until it nearly flew into my head. It took an hour for the bird to be captured and released into the wild. But how long until seagull strikes again? Who knows? Because the thing is, now Sandra's had a little taster of like, of Tesco's. Who knows? She'll be back straight in there. Maybe even moving on to human food, let alone cat food and dog food. Just be careful, alright? Funny story, actually happened as well. I was on the tube, right? Earl's Court Station in London. And no word of a lie, pigeons, they do the same thing. Pigeons, no joke, I've shared a tube ride with a pigeon. It flew in, it was walking along the platform, like minding its own business. I was sat there, the doors were about to close, because for some reason, when you want to go to Paddington from Earl's Court, if you're not from London, you won't understand a word of what I'm saying. I was sat there, minding my own business, listening to my songs, and I looked up and I watched this pigeon. They do it all the time. If you're from London, you actually shat me up then. Someone said, who's behind you? Don't do that! I'm so nervous now. Why would you do that to me? Because I've been playing Resident Evil 7 a lot recently, and I'm really scared. Why? What do you mean, someone behind me? It's like the start of a horror film. Don't say that. Anyway, what was I talking about? Now you put me off track. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was sat on a tube. Don't stop it! I'm actually freaking out. All the doors are locked, it's fine. I was sat there, minding my own business. A pigeon walks onto the tube, off the platform, walks onto the tube, the door's closed behind it. Pigeon doesn't care. He just sat there like, yeah, so what? I'm going to work, easily. Everyone does it, I'm just commuting, leave me alone. With his little briefcase, he didn't have a briefcase. We went, a stop, the door's open again to let people off. Pigeon just walks out again. Didn't even start flapping about or anything. I shared a tube ride with a pigeon. It actually happened. And no one believes me, but it happened. He went from Earl's Court to what's that place? What's that? Not King's Road. Where they have that festival in the streets. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Notting Hill Station, Notting Hill something. We went from Earl's Court to Notting Hill Station. That's like 2 stops or a stop, or I can't remember. And he just walked on and got off again. And I thought, fair play to you, sir. Fair play. Stop telling me to look behind me. I'm not going to fall for it again. Okay? Stop. Moving on. Okay, scientists, going back to that story about earlier on about hybrid people with animals, scientists create human-pig hybrid creature in a lab. Boom, it's happened. They've actually gone and done that. Yes, they have. It's a real thing. Scientists created an embryo that was part human, part pig in a lab with the idea that it could be used for organ donations. Ugh. Okay, I don't think that's right. I don't think we should be messing around with that kind of stuff. It intrigues me, but I do not think we should be messing around with that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Porcelain said she's read this. Apparently it's true. Anyway, the creature wasn't born though, which I'm kind of glad of, because that's the sort of stuff you shouldn't be messing with, man. We weren't put on this earth to do that kind of stuff. Or were we? Who knows? Bacon people. Yes, Laurie. Laurie, did I say your name right? I'm not sure if I did. Bacon people. We'd all want to eat each other, potentially. Unless it's not part of your faith, you know. The creature wasn't born though, but was apparently much more like a pig than a human. What would you rather have, a pig-like human? What would you rather be either, a pig-like human or a human-like pig? I feel like I already am a human-like pig. Especially nowadays, I'm eating quite a lot recently. I'm trying to bulk, trying to gain some weight, then start lifting weights, and then be a proper hunk. Yeah. I'm joking. This is literally science fiction come to life. It's true. It actually is. It's scary. It makes me scared to be a human being. How far can we push the boundaries? It just makes me think about like Area 51 kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It makes me think about what's going on in the world. Like, what are they hiding in Area 51? What do you think they're hiding in Area 51? What do you think is going on in Area 51? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know. I actually want to know what you think. I think it's just like military testing, but I don't know if do you think there was aliens there or not? You know? I'd be interested to hear your theory, that's for sure. Oh, you're all talking, you're all saying, oh, there's a cockroach on your shirt, there's someone behind you, there's a clown behind you, Ollie's behind you. No, they're not. It's not Slender Man, it's fine. There's no one behind me, I'm safe. I hope. Okay, last story of the day before I call it a night. Firefighters, and this is true, apparently. If you're from, anyone here from Dubai? If you're from Dubai, say I. If you're from the UAE, United Arab Emirates, there's a story about where you're from coming up right now, and I think it's genius. I think it's genius, and I think it's amazing, and I'm excited that this is news, but ending on a good one, right? So, the United Arab Emirates have just got a new firefighting system that includes jetpacks. Have you heard about this? If you're from the UAE, have you heard about this? I want to know that. But the thing is, they're not jetpacks. They're those water jetpacks. There's like hydro ones that you sort of stand on, and it's like attached to a jet ski, and it will like suck up water and shoot you up in the air. A lot of my friends have tried it. I've never tried it. I'm too scared. I think even Zoe and Alfie might have tried it. Probably not Zoe, but I think Alfie's tried it. And apparently, it's so firefighters can attend fires by waterways without having to get through traffic, which I think is genius. How clever is that? So they just go straight through the water. Obviously, you can go a lot faster on water when there's no traffic. There's no traffic on water. You go right up to wherever it is. There's a lot of bridges in the UAE going over rivers and stuff in the sea and that lot. They go straight up on these jetpacks next to the burning car, or if there's a car or a fire or whatever, and just shoot water on it straight away. I think it's so clever. I think that's clever, innovative ideas that need to be spread around the world. We need more of that around the world. The rest of the world, take note. That is how you put out a fire. You know, Dubai hired New Zealand company Martin Aircraft to develop the system. According to Digital Trends, the city currently has 20 jetpacks. It paid about $30,000 for each. $30,000 for each. I don't know if that's what sort of dollar? It's like is it Dubai dollar or UAE dollar? I can't remember what. There's a different type of dollar out there. They paid that much for each one. But the thing is, I think that's invested. You know, it's expensive, yeah, but UAE can pay for that. I'm not even joking. This is true, right? I thought this was maybe false, but it turns out it's true. Their police cars, they have like Lamborghini police cars, you have like Ferrari police cars, you have like Bugatti Veyron police cars. If you're just into your cars, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, don't worry about it. But even their police cars are like supercars because there's so many expensive, like fast cars out there. They just need to get around quicker. They can just do it. There's so much like money and wealth out there, in that kind of area. They're above the grain, man. It's crazy. But yeah, note to the rest of the world. Get like Dubai. Get yourself some water jetpacks to help save lives. I'm all for that. You know, that's the sort of thing that guy who invented Tesla would be into. I've forgotten his name. You guys know him. If you know him, you know him. If you don't, you don't. Anyway, guys, 40 minutes on the clock for that show. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed this one. I mean, I enjoy all of them. I just enjoyed chatting to you guys. But we've had some great stories, great company, except for the people that said there was a bloody person behind me. It's not a person, it's just a little light. It's not alien. Wait. Yeah, it's a little light. Leave me alone. I'm going to go now and have a shower and have just chat. Actually, no, I'm going for Ollie's birthday. Ooh, I need to go get ready to go and meet up the rest of the boys and go out for celebrate Ollie White's. Ollie White turning 22. Man, don't they just grow up? Anyway, I really, really hope you enjoyed the live show. I'm going to shout out a few of your names for about a minute or so. Let's do it. Type your names now and give you a little shout out. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Tell your mates about it and say there's this one time every week with this weirdo does a live show and talks about weird things that's happened in the news recently. You should go and check it out. It's actually quite fun. He talks really, really fast sometimes when he's on form. And he wears a creased shirt and he pretends to drink tea when he's actually drinking sparkling water. Bit of a weirdo, but he's alright. Anyway, sorry. Olivia, Eamon, Abby, Hannah, Miriam, Henrietta, Farah, Maria, Lydia, Lily, Sikar, Cassidy, Jonas, Han, Layla, Reggie, Jennifer, Julia, Monica, Chanel, Melanie, Birdie, Alyssa, Isabel, Jacqueline, Summer, Lily, Latia, Diana, Bendova, hey, nice one, Kirsty D, Hannah, Katie, there's a spider behind you. No, there's not, alright? Stop it. Alexa, Yara, Kate. I'm not actually scared of spiders either, to be honest. Spiders or snakes, they don't scare me. You have to try harder than that. Cindy, Alexis, Angel, Ellis, Christy, Anastasia, and Grace. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next Friday at 6 p.m. for another live show. And until then, if you see, actually, to be fair, you can actually help me out. If you see any funny news stories, like sort of like what we've done this episode, and you want to share them with me, tweet them across to me, and I will save them, and I might be able to give you a little shout out for supplying me with some decent news. We can be a little team on it, you know? Anyway, I will see you very soon. Cheers, guys. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you tomorrow with another gaming video on my gaming channel. And, a main channel video on Sunday featuring Marcus Butler, a little collaboration we did, involving this. I forgot to show you. This. Looks like Coca-Cola. Oh, it's not. Look at that little stuff going around. You'll find out exactly what we did on Sunday. See you very soon. Cheers. Goodbye.